MASH wasn't just television, it was comfort, laughter, and heart in the middle of chaos. Week after week, the 4077th reminded us that even in the darkest moments, humor and compassion could shine through. Its characters became part of our families, and the actors who played them gave us stories that still resonate decades later. Today we look back with gratitude and joy, celebrating the remarkable stars who brought MASH to life. Though they may be gone, their legacy continues in every smile, every laugh, and every memory we hold dear. McLean Stevenson as Lieutenant Colonel Henry Blake. One of the earliest and most beloved figures of MASH was McLean Stevenson as Lieutenant Colonel Henry Blake. With his easygoing charm, warm humour, and gentle leadership, Blake became the heart of the camp, more of a father figure than a military commander. He stumbled through paperwork, delivered orders with a shrug, and tried his best to keep the 4077th together amid chaos. Stevenson gave Blake an authenticity that made audiences instantly connect, and his sudden departure from the series remains one of television's most shocking and emotional moments. Off-screen, Stevenson was known for his kindness, quick wit, and ability to make others feel at ease. Though he passed away in 1996, the memory of Henry Blake lives on as a reminder of the humanity, compassion, and humour that defined the very soul of MASH. Larry Linville as Major Frank Burns. Larry Linville created one of television's most unforgettable characters with his portrayal of Major Frank Burns. Petty, insecure, and comically self-important, Burns was the perfect foil to Hawkeye and Trapper, and his antics provided some of the show's biggest laughs. Yet Linville brought more than slapstick. He gave Frank a depth that revealed the vulnerabilities beneath the bluster. His jealous fits, romantic frustrations, and constant need for validation made him more human than villain, and audiences loved to hate him. Behind the scenes, Linville was admired for his professionalism and generosity, qualities far removed from the character he played so brilliantly. When he left MASH, it was to pursue new opportunities, but his time as Frank left an indelible mark. Linville passed away in 2000, yet his work endures as proof that even the most flawed and foolish characters can leave us laughing for generations. Harry Morgan as Colonel Sherman T. Potter. When Harry Morgan joined MASH in its fourth season as Colonel Sherman T. Potter, he didn't just step into a role, he gave the series a new anchor. With his gruff but loving demeanour, folksy wisdom, and unwavering sense of duty, Potter became the steadying force that held the 4077th together. Morgan brought decades of acting experience to the part, delivering sharp humour, heartfelt advice, and moments of quiet dignity that resonated deeply with audiences. Fans quickly embraced Potter not only as a commanding officer, but as a father figure who could be stern one moment and tender the next. Off-screen, Morgan was equally respected as one of Hollywood's most versatile and reliable actors, with a career spanning film, stage, and television. His death in 2011 left fans grieving, but his legacy as Colonel Potter endures, reminding us that strength and kindness can go hand in hand, even in the harshest circumstances. Alan Arbus as Dr. Sidney Friedman. As Dr. Sidney Friedman, the psychiatrist who visited the 4077th, Alan Arbus brought compassion, insight, and depth to MASH. His character helped both the doctors and the audience confront the psychological wounds of war, offering wisdom through humour and empathy. Arbus's calm, reflective presence often shifted the tone of the show, reminding viewers of the real human cost behind the comedy. His iconic line, advising everyone to, "Ladies and gentlemen, take my advice, pull down your pants and slide on the ice," captured both humour and heart in a way only he could. Off-screen, Arbus had already built a successful photography career before turning to acting, and his portrayal of Sidney became his most cherished legacy. When he passed away in 2013, fans remembered him not only for the comfort he gave to fictional characters, but for the warmth, artistry, and sincerity he shared with audiences, forever leaving his mark as the conscience of MASH. Wayne Rogers as Captain Trapper John McIntyre. Wayne Rogers made an unforgettable mark as Captain Trapper John McIntyre, Hawkeye's partner in mischief, medicine, and mayhem during the early seasons of MASH. With his wit, charm, and undeniable chemistry with Alan Alda, Rogers helped shape the show's unique balance of humour and heart. Trapper was quick with a prank but equally quick with compassion, embodying the spirit of survival through laughter. Rogers left MASH after 3 seasons, but his performance became iconic, representing the camaraderie and friendship that defined the series. Off-screen, Rogers was not only a talented actor but also a respected businessman and television personality, admired for his intelligence, good humor, and generosity. His passing in 2015 was deeply felt, but his role as Trapper John remains an enduring symbol of the joy, loyalty, and resilience that carried the 4077th through the toughest times, reminding us that friendship can be the best medicine of all. William Christopher as Father Mulcahy. William Christopher's father, John Mulcahy, was the gentle soul of MASH, a chaplain who brought comfort, faith, and humor to the chaos of the 4077th. Christopher's portrayal made Mulcahy more than just a religious figure. He was a friend, confidant, and quiet source of courage. Whether offering a prayer, a joke, or simply a listening ear, Mulcahy reminded viewers of the importance of kindness in the darkest hours. As the series went on, his character grew in strength, showing that compassion was as vital as medicine in healing the wounds of war. Off-screen, Christopher was equally compassionate, dedicating much of his life to autism awareness and family causes. His passing in 2016 was mourned by fans who cherished his warmth and humility, but his legacy lives on in the enduring memory of Father Mulcahy, the heart and conscience of the camp, a character who proved that even in war, grace and empathy could light the way. David Ogden Stiers as Major Charles Winchester. When David Ogden Stiers stepped into the role of Major Charles Emerson Winchester III, he brought a new dimension to MASH. Unlike Frank Burns, Winchester was brilliant, cultured, and arrogant, yet beneath the polished exterior was a man of surprising compassion. Stiers infused the character with nuance, showing that even in the harsh setting of war, humanity could break through pride. His powerful performance gave the series some of its most moving and memorable moments, especially when Winchester's refined mask cracked to reveal genuine empathy. Beyond MASH, Stiers built a celebrated career as a voice actor, a musician, and a performer admired for his artistry and intelligence. His death in 2018 was a tremendous loss to the arts, but his role as Winchester remains a lasting testament to his range and talent, reminding us that even those who seem proud and untouchable are capable of profound kindness and growth. Kelly Nakahara as Nurse Kelly. Kelly Nakahara brought warmth, humor, and authenticity to MASH as Nurse Kelly, a character who grew from the background into one of the most beloved members of the 4077th family. Her natural charm and quiet strength resonated with audiences, and in later seasons, she was given more chances to shine, offering moments of humor, compassion, and emotional depth. Fans loved her sincerity. She represented the countless unsung heroes who kept the unit running smoothly while rarely receiving recognition. Off-screen, Nakahara was also a gifted watercolor artist, sharing her creativity and spirit with her community and family. Her passing in 2020 was deeply felt by MASH fans across the globe, but her portrayal of Nurse Kelly continues to shine brightly, a symbol of the everyday courage, resilience, and kindness that define not only her character, but also the true heart of the series. Judy Farrell as Nurse Abel. Judy Farrell appeared as Nurse Abel throughout the run of MASH, bringing warmth, humanity, and relatability to her recurring role. While not always in the spotlight, her presence helped create the sense of community and camaraderie that made the 4077 feel real and lived in. Farrell's Nurse Abel represented the many women who served with dedication and strength during times of war, giving faces and voices to those often overlooked. Off-screen, Judy was an accomplished writer and actor, contributing her talent to both television and film, and was admired for her creativity, warmth, and kindness. Her passing in 2023 reminded fans of the countless contributors who gave MASH its richness, depth, and authenticity. Though often in the background, Farrell's work helped build the world of the show, and she will always be remembered as part of the heartbeat of the series, a steady presence whose contributions made MASH what it was. Patrick Adiarte as Ho-Jon. Patrick Adiarte played Ho-Jon, a young Korean man who worked as a houseboy for the doctors before earning the chance to pursue an education in America. His character embodied innocence, hope, and humanity caught in the middle of war, and his story was one of the earliest emotional highlights of the series. Ho-Jon's departure, leaving the camp for a brighter future, reminded audiences of what was truly at stake beyond the laughs. Adiarte brought sincerity and vulnerability to the role, making the character's struggles and dreams resonate deeply. Off-screen, he continued to perform in television, film, and stage, contributing his talents to the arts in meaningful ways. His passing in 2025 marked the loss of one of the earliest faces of MASH, yet Ho-Jon remains a lasting symbol of resilience, hope, and the belief that even in times of hardship, dreams can survive and inspire generations. Loretta Swit as Major Margaret Hot Lips Houlihan. Loretta Swit was the fiery heart of MASH as Major Margaret Hot Lips Houlihan, a role that evolved from a strict by-the-book head nurse into a complex, layered, and deeply human character. Sweet's performance showed strength, vulnerability, and growth, transforming Margaret from a caricature into one of television's most compelling women. She gave audiences a character who was tough yet tender, flawed yet admirable, and always unforgettable. Her work earned her 2 Emmy Awards and cemented her place as a trailblazer for female characters in television. Beyond MASH, Swit enjoyed a celebrated career and devoted her life to animal advocacy, humanitarian causes, and inspiring others. When she passed in 2025, fans mourned not just a star, but a woman who helped shape the very soul of the series. Her legacy remains alive in every powerful scene she gave us, and in the timeless spirit of Margaret Houlihan, strong, enduring, and unforgettable. From Henry Blake's gentle humour to Colonel Potter's steady wisdom, from Frank Burns's comical blunders to Father Mulkey's quiet faith, the cast of MASH gave us more than just a television show. They gave us memories that have lasted for generations. Though these remarkable actors are no longer with us, their laughter, warmth, and humanity continue to live on in every episode. MASH was about friendship, resilience, and heart. And thanks to them, it always will be. Their stories remain timeless, and their legacy forever cherished. If MASH touched your life, share your favourite memory in the comments and help keep their legacy alive.